Watch party. Wow, wow. Fishtank.
Thursday night. Welcome. I am glad to see you all here. Thank you all for coming out and supporting live comedy and supporting Fishtank, which is always worth doing. Tip bartenders tonight, they're here for you. So I am such a nervous wreck because I've never done this before. I've never stood in front of an audience at a microphone and talked about myself or others. I think I want to... No, that's a whole process. I think I have to talk to it just like this. Tonight I'm here to promote a podcast. It's called Insecurity Blanket, and it's basically just a bunch of comedians interrupting each other, telling stories that only comedians probably want to hear about performing, making an ass of yourself, and the fun you have doing this. I don't know right now. It feels scary as fuck. It feels like maybe from this angle you're seeing me the same way my phone sees me when I'm scrolling on the toilet and I accidentally bring up the camera and I see all of my chins and necks. It's atrocious. That could be the view you have of me up here. Who knows what it sounds like or looks like. All right. Does anybody else have a butt that can feel things? My butt can sense. It's too hard to hold. My butt can sense when somebody's staring at it. I'll be in the gas station line, just standing there waiting to pay for my cigarettes and bubble gum. My butt will tighten up, sink in, and move forward, and all of a sudden I'm turning around like, I caught you, bitch! You're staring at my ass. I can feel it. They're clenching. Not my decision. All right, I promised myself I would get off after one laugh. I got one laugh. And so our first comedian tonight, the joke tells itself. He's got a name like Jack Snodgrass, everybody.
All right, are we working?
Hello?
Oh, there she is.
That might be a little loud. I don't know how to follow someone who just came up here and squeezed her asshole in front of everyone. What do I do? What do I do now? All right.
Oh, yeah.
I think the mic. All right, cool. Hey, guys, how we doing? Yeah! It's time for comedy here at the Fishtank. I'm not gonna lie, when I heard about it, I was like, I hope this place is a pet store. Am I getting paid in goldfish? I fucking better. No, it's good to be here in Lexington. Make some noise for yourselves for even being here this evening. All right, a bell. An applause. What does that bell mean? A fish just died, or it's time to flush another one. Sir, welcome to the show. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. You know what? I'm doing okay. Yeah. I saw this dude kiss his girlfriend out there. You kissed her. She kissed you like you were about to go to Iraq. Like you guys held that kiss for like 10 seconds. Seems like you're in a good relationship. I envy that kind of pat. I'm married. We don't kiss like that anymore. You know, are you married, sir?
You should try it.
Yeah. You not married? Do you want to be married? You want to marry me? No. Anyway, so yeah, my name's Jack. I'm from Cincinnati. We got any Cincinnati fans? How does Lexington feel about Cincinnati?
Yeah. You mean that place on the other side of Covington?
Yeah, I mean that place that's 60 miles from here. Dude. So there is a rivalry between Midwest states that I don't understand. You know, like Ohio doesn't want to be Kentucky. Kentucky doesn't want to be Indiana.
Oh yeah, they're totally the same thing.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. No. You're right. I created this monster. I did. I'm sorry. Please don't make me, dude. This is the only thing I got going for me, man. I drove an hour for this. No more talking, dude. No. I'm just gonna start crying. Nah. I don't understand the rivalry between Midwest states. You know, like we all live on the same farmland. You know, like why? And from the moon, you can't tell the difference. You know, like from the moon, all of our ankle tattoos and tank tops look the same. You know. But yeah, I'm from Cincinnati, and you know, I like it. It's not a terrible place, but I'm kind of learning that like some people maybe like it, maybe too much. You know, like I ran into a dude one time and he was like, hey man, welcome to Cincinnati. Did you know we have 7 hills? Just like Rome, Italy. That means that we're sister cities. And I was like, look buddy, I want to like it here too, okay? But if we're sisters with Rome, we're the wrong sister, you know? Rome, they're the hot sister, you know? They date the quarterback. They got Instagram followers. Rick Steves goes there. People dream about being in Rome. Cincinnati, you know, we're more like the ugly sister that lives next to a nasty brown river. That's us, you know? Has like a chili fetish. That's who we are. You know, and like, are the Romans, do the Romans know about this? Are they participating? Do they know that we're related? You know? Are they going around Rome like, do you know my sister? Her name is Cincinnati. Sometimes she goes swimming in a nasty brown river. My sister. That was more Borat at the end. My Italian is not so good. Anyway, so I'm a pretty smart person. We got any other smart people in the building tonight, sir? No one woos that hard if they're that smart. Sorry, dude. No, I'm a smart guy, but I don't really have like any proof. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure I'm smart, but I don't have like any evidence. Like, I'm just poorly educated. Like, I went to community college. Anyone else here go to community college? I'm not shitting on community college. I'm not saying you can't go to community college. You just can't go to the one that I went to. You know, I went to junior college in the hills of Eastern Tennessee. Appalachia, you know, and the student body wasn't so good, you know. It was basically, like, not to brag, but I'm the only person from my community college who has yet to be on Judge Judy. So, that's not bad. They gave me a plaque for that. It's in my office. But I remember when I was a freshman in junior college, I was talking to my dad. Like, when I was in junior college, something always told me that I could be doing something better with my life. Like, my dad's a doctor, and we were on the phone, and I was like, hey, Dad, how was your day today? And he was like, oh, man, it's been a long day, but a good day. Somebody got shot in the stomach like 9 times, and we saved his life. What about you? What'd you do today? And I was just like, I just watched a guy get a hand job in welding class, and after a couple minutes, I was into it. But I'm no dummy. I kept my shield down the whole time, so nobody knew I was watching, you know? Those are street smarts. Anyway, welcome to the show. Apparently we got a reunion. That guy, they hugged like that guy was kissing his wife earlier. I love doing comedy with people having their back turned. That's the shit. Hey, there's a happy couple in the back. You guys married? You, sir? Not married? That is you are massaging her like that is your wife. I don't give my wife those good of massages. Anyway, so you know, I feel like I'm gonna say something controversial. I need everyone's attention, please. Even you in the plaid shorts over there. What's up, dude? All right, so we're gonna bond here tonight. All right, I'm gonna tell you where I feel like I'm in a safe place, and I'm just gonna say something. All right, COVID. Good, got quiet. Good. COVID made me miss 9/11. Oh my God. You know, because at least 9/11 was over by lunchtime. You know. Was it not? Was it not? I remember. I was in like 6th grade. Everyone was sad. We had a very traumatic morning, you know. And I was a bit of a classroom leader, and I was like, guys, this day is gonna turn around. We've got mini corn dogs for lunch, you know. We're gonna be all right. You know, 9/11 was fucked up because, like, even the adults at school didn't know how to handle it. I remember my teacher came up to me. She goes, "Hey, come here." She goes, "You know, they're saying it was Bin Laden who did it. You know, Osama Bin Laden." And I was like, "Why are you saying that? Like I'm supposed to know who that is? Does he go here? Is he in the building?" It was possible. I went to public school. I was like, I think I have homeroom with a Benny Laden. I don't. Anyway, give it up for Bin Laden, you guys. Somebody go, I will never clap for a goddamn terrorist. That's right. That's right. I remember when we got Bin Laden. Clap your hands if you remember the day that we got Bin Laden. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I ate corn dogs on that day too. You bet your ass. Gave me gave me some closure. When we got Bin Laden, my first question, I was like, what are we gonna do with the body? Are we gonna put it on tour? Maybe in like a Planet Hollywood somewhere? You know what we do with Bin Laden? Bin Laden was buried at sea. Which is a really nice way to say, we just threw him off the boat. You know, there was no funeral, you know, but now, so this means that Bin Laden has been in the Atlantic Ocean for like 10 years now, okay? Now, I'm not sure which way the ocean goes. I'm not an oceanographer, you know? But it sounds like Bin Laden could be coming to a sandbar near you, you know? Like, you ever been in the ocean and something touches your leg? It's terrifying, right? Because you'll never know what that was. And now, there is a small chance it was Bin Laden. Wow, dude. Have fun at spring break next year. But hey, he was worth $25 million dead or alive. So if you ever feel like, if you're in the ocean, you feel like a finger go up your bathing suit, you need to snatch that, because that could be a down payment on a house right there, you know? Anyway, give it up for the Fishtank, you guys. Happy to be here. We're all getting goldfish tonight, goddammit. I talked to the guy at the bar. It's all taken care of. I used to be into sex dolls. Thank you. What, you thought this rose didn't have a couple thorns on it? Well, we didn't really call them sex dolls back then. I was a kid. Back then, we just called them my-size Barbies. I remember the first time I saw a commercial for a my-size Barbie, and I was like, oh boy, the day will come when I am alone in a room with this thing, and it's gonna be awesome. Now, my cousins got one, and I remember we were having like a little tea party, and the tea party ended, my cousins were like, we're gonna go downstairs, and I was like, I think I'm gonna hang back here. You know, me and Barbie are gonna play doctor for a little bit. Now, what happened that afternoon, I can't speak for Barbie, but for me, that's a pretty good memory, you know, like so much so that I asked for one for Christmas that year. And all my friends were like, dude, are you gay, dude? A doll, dude? And I was like, hell no. I'm ahead of the game. You know, you guys are still trying to get your first kiss. Me and Barbie were about to do anal, okay? I'm a man now. Plus, Barbie had her shit together, you know? She had like 3 cars, 2 houses. She had like 19 jobs. I retired that day. Anyway, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna get off here. All right, you guys. Who's got a favorite animal? Anyone? No one? What? Did someone say frog? Frog? What? Frogs.
Frogs.
What?
Frogs.
Frogs and toads. That's your favorite animal? I feel like if your favorite animal is the frog, then your favorite sex position has to be missionary, right? You just keep it in the lines the whole time. Favorite animal? Sir, you want to play? Sir, what do you got? What's your favorite animal? The horse? Okay, that's a very Kentucky answer. But platypus? Okay. Guys, who wants? Anyone else? That's not true, sir. I know on good authority that black people do not fuck with dogs. So all the white people are like, oh my God, he said something about black people. Fuck it. My God, cancel him. My favorite animal is the octopus. You know, and you know what? I don't think I have to defend that. There's enough documentaries out there. There's enough room on the puss train. You guys can join me, you know? But I'm afraid the octopus, it's never gonna reach its full potential because we gave it the wrong name. You know, like why not octo arm? Why not octo leg? Really, octo penis would be better fitting, would it not? You know, it just makes me think that whoever named this thing is keeping a very dark secret. You know, a really bad one. I just imagine the first octopus like squishing onto Noah's Ark. And Noah's like, oh, what do we have here? Is this the octo hand? Is that what we call that? And somebody was like, it feels better than a hand, I will say. So we're gonna be on this boat a while. I'll send one to your room. All right, guys, that has been me. I'm getting paid in goldfish. We're gonna have a good time. Happy New Year. I'd give up on this fucking thing here.
Yeah, thanks. Everybody keep it going for the Snodgrass. He was a joke teller. All right, everybody, we're gonna keep this comedy going. First, I want to plug this podcast. If you think live comedy is fun, listen to this podcast. It's really just a bunch of comedians having a good time. And maybe it's worth hearing. Maybe it'll cheer you up one day or some shit like that because I care about you. All right, everybody, next up, we have another Cincinnati comedian, Britta Ljungholm.
Thank you. Yeah, keep it going for Jack, you guys. Yeah, where's my toad girl at? Where's the toad girl? Toad girl. Keep it going for Toad Girl, guys. I had a pet toad growing up. I did. You want to know what the toad was named? Get this. Agent Toady Banks. Pretty cool. How are you guys doing tonight? You having a good time? Yeah. Yeah, you got a bucket. Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Got it. Yeah, I know I look like a Fox News anchor. I'd really like to explain that I am, in fact, a bad bitch. Yeah. I'm such a bad bitch, in fact, that in high school, not only did I seduce the one Mormon student, but I taught him how to get high off a whipped cream can. Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Oh. Okay, well, I'm glad they got back together. They're embracing. I'm in my mid-20s, you guys. I can't do that type of shit anymore, right? Can't be seen with a Mormon. No, I don't do whippets anymore. Apparently nitrous oxide isn't that good for your brain. I want to have a baby someday, that's the thing. And I don't want the baby coming out with a deep ass voice. It's like, mama, mama, balloon mama. A lot of ladies, are you ever so tired at night that you just go ahead and risk toxic shock syndrome? I think you guys had the most fun when we were going around sharing our favorite animals. But I'm sorry, I'm still telling jokes. I want to be an ethical consumer. Like, I really want to be a good person. It's just so hard. Like, everything you do is bad, right? Like, I want a spicy chicken sandwich, and that seems innocent enough. But we know Chick-fil-A's out there killing gay chickens. And then this, like, pilgrim child serves it to me, wearing a skirt that's literally as long as her hair. Come on, she's got to cover up her knees. God cares that much about this woman's knees. I doubt they're that sexy. Unless Anya Taylor-Joy is tattooed on them. Just one eye on each knee. Man, I'm pretty poor. Any poor people in here this evening? You guys are like, no, fuck you all. I'm an aristocrat. No, I am very poor. Being broke isn't that bad, as long as you know how to, like, properly tell yourself lies. Right? Like, recently I decided I no longer like restaurants, and I love canned beans. 79 cents, you can't go wrong. I like to stick a straw in my beans and just drink it like it's boba tea. Except the bubbles are beans. And it's not tea, it's just that sweet, sweet bean liquid. Yeah. You know what my dream job is, Lexington? It's not comedy. My dream job is just suing a major corporation. Yeah, if you see a woman sticking her legs underneath an Amazon truck tire, you just keep your damn mouth shut. I've been going through the McDonald's drive-thru just like, hey, can I get some coffee? A little hotter than you're technically allowed. Then I dump it right on my crotch. It's the thing about success, you know? If you wanna get that biscuit, you gotta risk it. If you wanna earn it, you better burn it. Yeah. Hard work beats talent when talent isn't willing to get blisters on the mons pubis. Yeah. I'm a very competitive person. I love to win. Growing up, my brothers and I, we created this game, and it was just called First One Who Cries Loses. Just beat the shit out of each other. My boyfriend and I today, I do have a boyfriend, we play a very similar game, not like Assault or anything. Now I just call it First One Who Cries Wins the Argument. I am undefeated. What are you gonna do, yell at a crying girl? Oh, I'm so sorry, Kevin, I was not listening to the first 15 minutes of the movie. And then you had to explain to me every scene that was going on. It doesn't last forever, though. Eventually, your tears could get compared to school shootings. Sad at first. Then you just get kind of numb. Yeah, I am in a relationship. Yeah, thank you. 2 people are like, good, you're... Get out of here. No, I have a boyfriend, and our relationship lasted through the pandemic, through quarantine. That guy likes that. Sped up just for me. And I don't know. What's the next part of that joke, you guys? Lexington, what's the next part of that joke? We're gonna skip it. Man, this microphone is it just me, or is it going in and out? Yeah, I had a steady note that whole time, so I feel like growing up, nothing really prepared me for adult relationships, right? Like, why was every movie about vampires? And if it wouldn't be about vampires, it'd be about, like, hot teens with cancer falling in love. That's my demographic, and I think it messed me up, because fast forward present day, my boyfriend is actually quite sick. He has asthma. Exercise-induced. It's really hard for us. I don't know if he's a vampire. I'm not sure. Like, he doesn't hate blood. We just turn the lights off and put a towel underneath. You guys get it. Shaking your head. Man, you guys are fun. I just started an Etsy account. Pretty cool, thank you. I'm selling towels. Tie-dye, red. I like to call them a clock cloths. Yeah, when people seem really nasty, I give them that last line. Yeah, I started taking these hair, skin, and nail gummies. In just a few short weeks, I'm gonna have the biggest bush the world has ever seen. Once I kill a man, might happen, my pubic hair can earn its first braid. My vagina identifies as Dothraki. And it's 2021, so you better respect that. I've been trying to reduce my screen time, trying to be healthier, just reduce screen time, and my boss hates it. She's always mad at me. She's like, Hannah, you have to return my emails if we're paying you. It's like, I can't do that, Leslie, I'm sorry. I believe screens are the new cancer. And I don't want to sit all day. I really don't. I think sitting is the new polio. It's kind of the old polio, too. Fun little polio joke. Someone got mad at me for that joke, and I'm like, really? Can you really be offended about that? I worry about the government spying on me through my phone a little bit. My biggest concern is that they're like getting my information and using it just to make fun of me. I started changing my Google searches to make myself seem cooler. I'm like, dance moves for experts. How to style beautiful hair. What to do when you miss your dead wife. I want my phone to think I'm John Travolta. Guys, I've been on a juice cleanse. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's when you stop showering and just clean yourself with juice. I feel great. Really sticky. I just learned what the stranger is. Do you guys know what this is, you little freaks? Yeah, a couple of you. Yeah. So apparently, men will sit on their hands to numb them so that when they masturbate, they can be like, oh, it's a real girl, it's a real girl. Yeah, it's crazy though. I do something so similar. I sit on my hand so that my sock puppet feels like a real pal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a plant mom, Lexington, I am. Thank you, wow. Easily impressed. We got fish parents here tonight though. Give it up for the fish parents. She's the fish mama, okay. Hell yeah, dude. Birthing up fish out in Lexington. I love it. No, but I'm a plant mom. My parenting style is very similar to Casey Anthony's. Not good. Dude, my plants experience these very long periods of drought, followed by very violent floods. Courtesy of me, their God. I am their God. I know I'm their God because once I saw my boyfriend water them, and I hated it. It felt like they were worshiping a false idol. Leviticus 3:6, the wrath of God will come upon the disobedient. I took my aloe plant and I just beat the shit out of it. Right in your face, aloe plant, heal yourself. You know that aloe's good for human skin? Doesn't it make you wonder if human is good for aloe skin? This is what we think about in Cincinnati, you guys. How can we sacrifice? No. LOL, no sacrifice. I grow catnip, you guys. Very popular with the neighborhood strays. At any given moment, there are about a dozen cats on my front porch listening to the Grateful Dead while vomiting. My neighbors hate me. They keep talking shit about me in that dumb little app. a small price to pay when you become the cat shaman of Cincinnati, Ohio. Let's see, I'll do my dumb joke that I get tired of doing, but I'm gonna do it for you guys tonight. Little inside baseball. You'll see why I hate it as soon as you hear it. In 3, 2, 1, starting the joke. I was in a car accident recently. I shouldn't have been driving. I was on a complete bender, a chicken tender bender, mind you. You know, when you just can't stop. My McNuggets made my fingers so greasy I couldn't hold onto the steering wheel. And then I, wanted to turn, but my hand just slid off, crashed into the car in front of me. Classic chicken tender fender bender.
That's with my friend Brian.
Yeah, man. Oh, me and Brian go way back. Huge dick. What am I saying? What am I saying? You know what, though? I think I am going to sue McDonald's. I really think they'll be the corporation I end up suing, because they're my chicken tender fender bender vendor. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the right response. Yeah. But the truth is, McDonald's needs to go and find themselves a lawyer. They need to go and find themselves a chicken tender fender bender vendor defender. And let's hope, Lexington, let's pray that man is not a pedophile. World does not need another chicken tender bender defender sex offender. I've never messed that joke up. You guys have cursed me. You have cursed me, Lexington. You guys like that? That was cool, huh? I want to tell you guys one more thing. I want to tell you, finally, that I have a dog, right? And I love my dog so much. It's crazy. If I'm interested in a guy, like a love interest, whatever, and I see him smoke a cigarette, I won't even get near him. I'm so turned off. I'll watch my dog eat another dog shit. Same night. Open mouth kisses. And that's how I'd like to be remembered. Fucking gross. I'm Hannah Ljungholm. Give it up for the Fishtank for putting this on, you guys. Woo!
Fuck that stand. Fuck that stand for being in my fucking way all fucking night. Give it up for Hannah Ljungholm, everybody. That shit was funny. Yes. She was talking about her dog. Anybody else in here have a dog? Dog people? Yeah. I went to the grocery store yesterday specifically to have bags to put my dog shit in. And today I found out that one of those bags had a tiny hole in it. I found out by the little poop noodle that scooted out of that bag. It was tragic. All right, I'm going to keep the comedy going with our next comedian. Oh, first, I am plugging the podcast Insecurity Blanket podcast. Podcast. It's a podcast. Insecurity Blanket, you can find it on anywhere you get your podcasts, and if you feel like donating to the arts, you can find us on Patreon. Insecurity Blanket Pod, give it up, woo!
Everybody follow!
Thank you for that contribution, John. All right, up we have Phil Pointer, everybody.
Y'all keep it going for everybody you've seen tonight so far. Let them hear it. Thank the 6 of you all for staying. Appreciate it. 3 more people just left. Fuck it. I want y'all to know I enjoy having to take the mic after Hannah and tells that joke every damn time. Just me sitting, yep, there it is. Just me sitting up here, holding the mic of a woman who open-mouthed kissed a dog who just ate shit. That's where we start. All right, let's see. Oh, good, walked another one. All right, let's start with this. I grew up in downtown Cincinnati, and downtown Cincinnati has been highly gentrified at this point. Here's the weird thing that I've noticed about gentrification, though. People are quick to tell you what a building was 150 years ago, not so quick to tell you what it was 20 years ago. You know? Like, you got people out there like, oh, 150 years ago, this building was a wagon-making factory. Yeah, over here's where they formed the wood. Over here's where they assembled the wagons. There's not a lot of people out there going, yo, 20 years ago, this was a crack house. Yeah, over here's where they cooked the rock. Over here's where they bagged it up. Next door, they were walling in dead bodies like on The Wire. It was nuts. Matter of fact, if you go to the Deep South, they don't want to talk about the past at all. They're like, yo, let's just talk about what the building is now. A place where you cannot vote. Okay, I like to throw that out first. That's a tester. Let me see what kind of crowd we're dealing with. Okay. This microphone is just gonna be like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, just intermittently. All right, let's do this. I'm originally from downtown Cincinnati. I've been married 4 years, and my wedding was the happiest day of my life. It was. Thank you. One guy was applauding, the rest of y'all like, fuck love. My wedding was the happiest day of my life, though it was. Everything my wife and I planned went off perfect. Yeah. One little bit of disappointment for me, though. We had a BYOB wedding, so we told everybody, hey, bring whatever you want. Here's the thing. I'm a black man. Like I said, I was born and raised in the inner city in downtown Cincinnati, okay? I married a white girl from Kentucky. So when we did the BYOB thing, the comedian in me got giddy. Yeah, because what I was hoping to see was an alcoholic version of that old school Reese's Peanut Butter Cup commercial. You know? A couple of guys staggering around with drinks in their hands. They bumping each other. It's like, hey, you got your Hennessy in my moonshine. Well, you got your moonshine in my Hennessy. 20 minutes later, they're taking shots of something they've dubbed Henny Shine. Sitting up singing Friends in Low Places to a Lil Jon beat. And just, I got friends in low places, yeah. My wife is actually not the first white woman I've ever tried to talk to in my life. There was a white girl back in high school that hung out with a bunch of black girls. Yeah, she turned me down by using the N-word. Yeah. And as much as it sucked to be turned down, I was like, well, these girls ain't gonna let her get away with saying that. This is the 80s and they don't play that shit. But nah, they all just started celebrating like she hit a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 11th inning or something. You know how messed up it is to find out that your unfuckability is the realization of Dr. King's dream? Yeah, just little white girls and little black girls all sitting around the table of equality, all paraphrasing an old Negro spiritual. You can't get no ass, you can't get no ass, you sorry Negro, you can't get no ass. I'm glad y'all found that funny. I found it kind of fucked up myself. I am essentially doing this show for the bartenders, because y'all are fun, y'all are a good crowd, y'all are having a good time, but they are laughing their asses off. And that's what I need, goddamn. So thank you all for that shit. Y'all can follow their example and laugh too, it ain't bad. I am a pretty sexually liberated person. I don't mind toys in the bedroom, not at all. Never had a problem with my wife's vibrator until one day I was looking at it and I thought about a conversation I had with a friend of mine. My friend was a young lady who told me that she does not believe men when they say they have good dick. She doesn't buy it. And her reason was, and this is exactly what she told me, she's like, look, that's a pretty high bar to set when even a bad vibrator can give a woman 5 orgasms. That's an unfair comparison. That's apples and oranges. Look at the fuel each one runs on. You know? Like vibrators run on batteries with names like Ever Ready and Die Hard. Me personally, I run on a steady diet of weed, fast food, and Henny Shine. Like how am I supposed to keep up? I'm just saying, I took it a little personal, that's all I'm saying. Mainly because I realized I helped my wife pick this vibrator out, so I know it's not a bad one. So now I am walking around with an entirely new set of insecurities. Yeah, because of course I'm always trying to be a good husband, but now I gotta put in some extra effort so I don't become obsolete to this fucking thing. You know how messed up it is trying to figure out the orgasm exchange rate on all of your actions? I do think I have a way to get us evened up, but though I do. Like my wife wants to go apple picking, I figured that ought to take care of it. Yeah, because you know we black folks, we gave up agricultural work a long time ago. We was happy to let the Mexicans steal them jobs. Oh, I'm sorry, some of y'all tight because y'all don't like migrant workers making money to support their families, or are you pro-slavery? Like, which one? Okay. I told you my wife is white, so of course she has me into true crime. Oh, don't tighten up in here. I'm sure everybody in here know a basic white chick that'll take a sip of her pumpkin latte and tell you exactly why she would fuck Ted Bundy. So I don't want to hear it. She does have me into true crime, and it is fascinating. I do enjoy it, I do. But now it's given me this new fear that when I come home by myself, somebody's gonna be waiting there to murder me. Yeah, so to help calm my fear, what I've started doing is playing hip hop music through my phone. I don't know if it'll stop me from getting killed, but I'm hoping the person inside at least stabs me to the beat of the music. You know, let's make it a fun murder, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just, why me great till they gotta be great. Don't text me, say it straight to my face. The report showed no signs of a struggle. It did, however, show dat bitch DNA everywhere. I am getting too old for that joke, goddamn. That is one of the most physical things I do, and I fucking love it. Okay. A lot of different places that I go, I meet weird people. When I'm out in public, I do. Like I happened to be in a public restroom one time, and I was at the urinal taking care of my business, doing what I need to do, you know, jacking it. And, no, but I was at the public urinal, and this guy just staggers into the bathroom super drunk. And he staggers up to the urinal next to mine, and he starts to announce out loud to me, a perfect stranger, how proud he was of his urine stream. Yeah, like he was like the drunk father of a newborn proud with it too. Just, have you ever seen such a stream like this in your life? It's strong, it's powerful. I can knock a building over with this stream. I was kind of creeped out by it like some of you are now. No, I was creeped out because I'm like, that's a weird thing to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Seemed like he was so proud he wanted to put it on his resume for a job application or something. You know? Like I just imagine the interview I've had some experience with Microsoft Office, yeah. I've also had some management experience. I've had people report to me before, yeah. And I can also knock a beer can off of your head from 30 yards with this urine stream of mine. Hey, cables aren't just for women, dude, get hip. So I have to admit, as I was standing there, I was kind of weirded out, as I said before. But then, after a moment, a wave of curiosity just kind of washed over me. So I decided to take a listen in, and it turns out that he really did have a pretty strong stream. Like it lived up to the hype. Like it was the kind of stream you could use to put out a fire or disrupt the Civil Rights March. It was strong. Like I imagine him getting a call at the fire station one day, just, sir, there's a 5-alarm blaze down on 3rd Street. Well, you better get Johnson down there in a 6-pack. We gotta get this thing under control. A couple days later, sir, there's a Black Lives Matter march on Main Street. Well, you better give him a keg. You know those blacks can be stubborn. They always say you can tell a lot about a person by the things that they're proud of. So I decided to test the theory, and I took a step back, and I went, no justice, no peace. And he started to pee harder. So I don't want to necessarily say this guy was a conservative or anything, but maybe his cock curves alt-right, if you know what I'm saying. I am vaccinated, I got my shots, I'm happy about that. Thank you. Oh yeah. I did it because I wanted to be a responsible citizen, you know? And also my wife told me if I bring home COVID again, I'm gonna have to learn to suck my own dick. And I Don't see myself making it. I don't. I got it done at the convention center in the city I live in, and they had the National Guard operating the facility. When I walked in and I saw that, I was like, yo, now I understand why black people are hesitant to get this shot. Yeah, it's because of the Tuskegee syphilis experiment, where the government was telling black people they were treating them for syphilis when they were giving them a placebo so they could watch how syphilis affected black people. Yeah, and they had to go to a military base to get this done. So when I walked in and I saw that military, first thing I did was walk up to a guardsman and go, yo, I think I'm in the wrong place. I don't have syphilis. He was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but we're doing COVID shots here today. I was like, okay, I'm just checking, because you know we've seen this before. Fun fact about the situation is that the American government made sure that the first United States citizen to get the COVID vaccine was a black woman. Yeah, I heard that and I was like, I hope that goes well. Look, if that woman had a cough 2 days after getting that shot, there would have been black people out there talking about, nah, dog, I don't even drink beer, I drink liquor. Fuck Corona, dog. Y'all are fun, I like this. Like I said earlier, I am married. I'm married going on 4 years, and compatibility is important in a relationship. It is. And I know that I have the right woman for me, because when I went searching for the right one, I based it off something that was important to me, and that's being lazy as fuck. Like I didn't want to find a woman that had more energy than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my wife and I are so lazy that we binge watched Tiger King in one sitting just because one of us was sitting on the remote. Yeah, we spent the opening credits of every episode going, well, why don't you lift your leg and look? Well, why don't you lift your leg and look? Well, why don't you lift your... Like, that's all the energy we were willing to spend not to watch that shit. Told that joke one time, and somebody came up to me after and was like, yo, you should never be proud of being lazy, because being lazy has never done anything good for anyone ever. Which is not always true. It's not. Because I found out recently that my laziness is actually saving my life. Yeah. Here's the thing. I was diagnosed with depression, and one of the questions the doctor asked during my evaluation was, if you were going to kill yourself, how would you do it? I had never thought about it before, ever. But in that moment, the first thought that popped into my head was, well, it would have to be convenient. Like, convenient? That's what the fuck is going on up here? Like, in that moment when I'm ready to cash it all in, only thing saving my life is the thought of, man, that knife is all the way over there. It got bad one night for me, it did, and I actually had to call the suicide hotline. I did. And the lady I talked to, she was amazing. She helped me feel real good through that dark time, she did. One weird thing about the phone call to me, though, was every time I would say something to this woman, there was about a 5-second delay before she'd respond. Now, the only place I've ever known of a 5-second delay is in live broadcasts where they have to edit things out real fast. So it just got me to wondering, what the hell kind of mean human being did they have working at the suicide hotline that they had to institute a 5-second delay? You know, I just imagine this person was answering people in the meanest way possible. Just, sometimes I feel like the world would be better off without me. Well, you would reduce the human carbon footprint, so... Sometimes I feel like garbage. Well, you're in luck. Trash day's tomorrow. It's a stressful job, I know it is. They talk to people from all over the country. Sometimes they talk to people they don't like or agree with, you know? But they still have to take the call because they're professionals. So just imagine that these people, they put in that 5-second delay so these people can blow off steam if they need to. You know what I'm saying? Just choop choop. Yo, I get sick of these bitch ass motherfuckers calling. They get on my goddamn nerve. I wish they would get over it and shut the fuck up. Damn. Choop choop. Yes, sir. I know you thought storming the Capitol was a good idea. Oh, damn. Everybody in here got back from D.C. 2 weeks ago? Is that what happened? My bad. I'm sorry. That's okay. We'll move on. I'll shift gears. I've always considered myself to be a dog person. I like the way the dogs are super affectionate to you, like to cuddle up and all of that. Recently though, my wife and I, we got a cat that acts exactly like a dog. So whenever we're sitting down watching TV, he just comes up, lays his head on your lap, looks up like, I love you. It's adorable, it is. But since we've gotten this cat, I find myself asking this question quite often: how do people with dogs masturbate in peace? I'm just wondering, you know? Because if your dog is anything like my cat, he waits until the exact right moment when I'm about to bust. Then he just comes on, lays his head on my lap, just, I love you. Dude, you are fucking up the mood right now. And now I'm nervous, I'm concerned, I'm worried, I'm scared, I am. Because this happens quite often, you know? And it happens so often that I'm scared that it's gonna start becoming Pavlovian for me or something. You know, like I'm scared I'm gonna look down one day and be like, yo, do I wanna fuck this cat? I'm just wondering, because now every time the cat meows, I drool a little bit, I'm nervous, I'm concerned. I'm also nervous and concerned because every time he meows, I drool a little bit. Now what if I see a cat in the wild? Now I'm gonna be walking down the street trying to conceal a boner just because I passed a pet store. I like to let awkward silence set in sometimes before I keep going. Before the pandemic, I used to go to the gym a lot. I was there about 3-4 times a week. You know, I started packing on the muscle and I was proud of myself because, like I said earlier, I'm lazy. So I developed this new behavior and I was happy. You know, but then the quarantine hit and I couldn't go to the gym anymore. And I didn't want to change my pattern of behavior because I was so proud of it. So I just spent the entire quarantine packing on the DoorDash. Oh yeah, they bring the tasty treats to your house? Yes, please. But since I used to work out and then I let myself get fat, now I have this weirdly deceptive body. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the chest and shoulders that says I can hold up my end of the couch with one hand, and the stomach that says I leave that other hand free for a triple cheeseburger. Having this body can work for and against you, it can, yeah. Because one night it worked for me because I was at a comedy show, and there was a couple of guys there that were super drunk and acting crazy. So I walked over, I sat by them, and I was like, hey guys, calm down. And they did, they calmed down because they looked at me and they were intimidated. Not realizing that the night before, my wife asked me to take a bag of kitty litter from the front door to the kitchen, and I had to stop at the couch like a fucking way station. I was like a long haul truck driver on his way from New York to LA that had to stop in the Midwest because I wasn't gonna make it. Having this body did work against me though one time. It did. Because I saw a picture of myself that just destroyed my self-esteem. Yeah. I saw a picture of myself in nothing but a pair of red swim trunks with a hand and a mouthful of chicken laid on a beach chair. Yeah, I was looking like high blood pressure and diabetes wrapped in a black tortilla. I don't understand. In those red swim trunks, I looked like if Walt Disney had chosen a walrus instead of a mouse. My first movie would have been Steamboat Wally, starring Wally the Walrus. I happened to be in a car one day with some friends of mine. We were on our way out of town to do a show. I sent my wife a text message, just said, hey, on the way to the show, I love you. Some idiot cut us off, and it fucked with my head, it did. It made me realize I don't want to die in an accident, because I don't want the police forming opinions of me based on my text messages. It's a 50-50 shot what you'll get with me, that's all I'm saying, you know? Like they look at my phone that day, they're like, oh, this guy loves his wife, he must be a good person. What if it was a day that I was sending an idiotic, twisted message to a friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if the defense doesn't do well this season, I'll suck your dick and shit out babies. Cops are looking at my phone going, well, this guy does not know how biology works at all. I think he may be one of those anti-vaxxers. Look, I know we all have things about ourselves we want to hide, things we don't want people to know about us, you know? Like, oh, I hope no one finds out that I secretly like show tunes. You know? Or, oh, I hope no one finds out that the only way I can come is with a Make America Great Again hat on. Or, oh, I hope no one finds out that I secretly like Nickelback. You know, horrible shit. I tell you what though, ladies and gentlemen, that day got me to change my life forever. It did. I live every day like I'm preparing to die. I do. Like I'm throwing away incriminating materials. I'm wiping hard drives and playlists clean every day. Like, do you all know how much I've spent this month already on Make America Great Again hats? Hey, it's expensive to maintain a healthy sex life, okay? Shit, Papa's gotta come. I swear to God, that is by far the dumbest shit I've ever said into a microphone, ever. And it makes me so happy every time I say it. I'm 48 years old, and at 48, I've had to come to terms with some things about myself, things I'm having to realize, you know? Like how to hold a microphone, for one. Okay, that was just for me, fine. I have had to come to terms with some things about myself, though, honestly, I have. Like I recently realized I don't have the energy to fuck like I used to. Yeah. You don't understand. I keep telling y'all, I'm 48 years old. My wife is 10 years younger than me. We were at home for the last 18 months, and I am exhausted. I am. People are always like, yo, Phil, there's stuff you can buy to help out with your energy. You can buy it over the counter. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that apparently 5-hour energy is just a rough fucking estimate. The only thing Red Bull has put wings on is the sides of my inhaler. My wife has always told me she's had a fantasy of having sex outside during a thunderstorm, but apparently all this grunting and sweating on top of her just isn't the same thing. She's like, I was not like this in The Notebook, Jesus. I've had to come to terms with other things about myself too. I have. Like I'm heavily into gangster rap music. Yeah, but I realized that I will never be gangsta. I'm not built to, like physically, I'm not physically built to be, like I don't have a gangster's butthole. Like I've had to throw away 2 pair of underwear at work because I shit my pants. You can't be gangsta with that kind of track record. Over a cough. Do you understand how embarrassing that is? Like I can't be in the middle of a crazy situation just, now you put your shit down, motherfucker, you feel me? Fuck! Hey, can we finish this later? I gotta go take care of something. Like I can't sneak anything into prison. Think about it, one of the first things they tell you to do when you get to jail is turn around, spread your cheeks, bend over, and cough. I do that, I'm adding on years for assaulting an officer. Y'all have been fun as hell, I swear to God. Give yourselves a round of applause for hanging out tonight. Keep that applause going for the Fishtank for having us. Give them a big round of applause. Tip the shit out of your bartenders because they've been working hard for us tonight. Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one more thing and I'm gonna get out of here, but I'm gonna let y'all decide what I'm gonna do by asking this one question. Round of applause if you smoke weed. Okay. We got a good enough sized room in here. Y'all gonna enjoy the next 6 minutes. Here we go. I ain't mad at you, but it's longer than that, so let's go. I told you I'm married. I was thinking back over my relationship one day and all the things that have been going on, good, bad, up, down. And I came to a horrible realization that I think in a subconscious effort to attempt to bond with my wife, I may have almost killed her with weed. Now, before I tell you exactly what happened to her, I need you to give you some background information so you'll know why I should have known better. I'm gonna tell you all about the first time I ever got really, really high, okay? So here's the thing. Like I said, born and raised in Cincinnati, I was born to a very religiously conservative family. You know, like I can count on one hand the amount of times I saw my mother drink alcohol when I was growing up. You know? So when I went to college, I went to the state of Alabama to go to college, okay? So I'm talking about for being in an overly conservative family. I'm 500 miles away from home for the first time in my life, and I wanted to try everything, okay? Matter of fact, I'll put it to you all this way. There's only 4 things that I did not bring back from Alabama with me. 4 things I did not bring back. And that's a baby, an STD, a drug habit, and a degree. Like those are the only 4 things that did not come home with me. Yeah. So I got down there and I started smoking weed, but I wasn't really knowing what I was doing, so I was just pulling it in, blowing it out, pulling it in, blowing it out, not getting high. My homeboy looked at me one day and was like, dude, you gonna stop wasting my fucking weed, and I'm gonna teach your ass how to smoke. I was like, bet. So here we are in the state of Alabama. My entire family's in Cincinnati. And we are in the first floor in the living room of a 2-story house. And we're rolling up and smoking. And while we're rolling and everything's going on, there's a Bob Marley documentary playing in the background. So y'all know what kind of vibe it was in there, you know? So we're sitting in there and he rolls it up, he gets it lit, he hits it, and he passes it to me. He's like, look, what you want to do is you want to take the smoke into your mouth, inhale, hold it, and then blow it out. I was like, all right, cool. So I took the smoke into my mouth. I inhaled and coughed up a fucking lung. Like I thought I was gonna fucking die for a moment. All this shit was on fire, my head was hurting, I was like, what the shit? But I'm gonna tell you what, when I regained my composure and got myself back together, I was high as fuck. Okay? Now, a little bit down the line, my homeboy looks at me like, look, dog, I got another blunt. If you want to, we can smoke it, but if you're already high enough, we ain't gonna worry about it. And then me, in my infinite wisdom, looked at my boy and said, no, dog, you got it, let's smoke it. And so we rolled that second blunt, and if that first blunt was a good idea, that second blunt was a terrible goddamn mistake. Oh, it was. Because I'm gonna tell you what, that's when that second blunt kicked in and I got higher than any human being should ever be on the planet. It was a part in the Bob Marley documentary where they were talking about the Unity concert he had in Jamaica, where he was trying to bring peace to the island. And so he's singing the song, we jamming, and he's feeling it, and he's in the spirit, he's hopping up and down, and he's going, we're jamming, and it's so good. And then all of a sudden, a bolt of lightning struck behind the stage, and it scared the fuck out of me. It did, I was like, boom, ah! And it scared me because in that moment, when I was sitting there watching Bob Marley and I'm high as fuck on a video that was recorded 30 years in the past, I thought that Bob Marley was Jesus. Yeah, and what he had done in that moment with that lightning bolt was he had called my mother from up north to be on the second floor of the building that I was in. Damn, everybody like fell off. Y'all was on this story for a minute. I was just like, yo, we're done. Nope, no more. I did. I said 6 minutes, and it's only been like 3. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and get off stage, just because she told me she wanted me to do a certain amount of time, and I am there now. So, I'm gonna do this one last joke, and I'm gonna be done. And I love y'all to death, I really do. But, oh, I got so fucking high that I could see everything. I could see God, Jesus, and Bob sitting there talking about, what are you doing, boy? I want to end with a joke that's kind of rough, and I want to know if y'all are going to be with me on this joke. Y'all going to be with me, yeah? All right. I'm telling y'all, it's rough, and I need y'all sensibilities for this shit, because it's going to be crazy. You ready? All right, here we go. One of the things stopping me from killing myself, I told you it's going to be rough, is the thought of spending eternity trying to explain to a disappointed spirit of my ancestors that seasonal affective disorder is just as good of a reason as trying to escape a slave ship. There it is, there it is. Like I imagine that conversation in eternity, just they burned our village, killed our elders, packed us in a boat in inhumane conditions, and I chose to die rather than to face that. And how about you, brother? And I'm just like, ugh, Winter's hard. I'm Phil Pointer. I love y'all. Bye.
Going for Phil Pointer, everybody. The petophile. That cat joke is going to stick with me for a long time. I am now afraid that I'm going to go home and also masturbate to my cats. I want to thank all the comedians who came in tonight from Cincinnati, which was huge, and they are all here, and I am on the stage for the first time ever being kind of fucking funny. All because of Trina Bean, everybody. Woo! Trina brought it together. Trina brought together the Insecurity Blanket Pod. It's one of the most fun things I've ever done, and if it's something you'd be into, we want your patronage and we want your ears on our mouths. So thanks to the Fishtank, John Tresoloni, come on the podcast, you funny motherfucker. Thank you for being here tonight. I'm Micah. See you next time.